Yo, what's up, brother? Welcome back. Jamie here today with Nathan and Luke, and we're going to be talking about Chucky, episode 5, and oh my god.
Like the last 5 minutes.
The last 5 minutes was good, but getting there was just, oh my god. So yeah, let's just jump right into it, because, No, to be fair, the first bit, like the flashback, I did enjoy. We had a flashback, didn't we, with Charles inside a club.
Yeah.
It's obviously the 80s, because, they pretty much went overboard with that, showing us, like, what it was.
Did you know that it is?
They even put it in a different aspect ratio, just so we knew.
Just so we know.
The only way it wasn't the only way that it didn't go overboard is it didn't put in the closed captions 80s noises. That's the only way it didn't do it.
At first, I thought the person playing Charles was Nico, but it wasn't. Obviously, the voice is overdubbed because it's not fucking,
It's done fairly well, though.
Yeah, it's done very well.
Charles was alright, but the other character that we'll get to, that one was a bit.
Obviously, it's not Brad Dourif because he's, they did it in Cult, but obviously people complained about how putting the wig on him and all that. But like you said, Luke, the voice was alright at dubbing. So he meets a girl, doesn't he, who's like being rough with this guy. And straight away, you can tell they're trying to frame it. Like, she has blonde hair as well, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I think they're trying to, it's young Tiff in her.
Looks a lot like someone. Maybe it is.
So yeah, the flashback basically ends with just Chucky like meeting her, and they go somewhere. No, they're still inside the club, but we get back to it later on.
Yeah.
Following from the last episode, Chucky's inside the hospital, and what's her face? Lexi's dad throws him down inside the needle pit. And this bit was funny. Chucky's like, "Oh, what a rush!" And he's going through the needles and shit. That was alright.
Saying that he loves hospitals.
And then this is the way it pissed me off completely. Jake, Devon, and fucking Lexi teaming up. Let's just forget about how much of a bitch she's been. Let's just be best of friends, and we're all in this together. Blah blah blah.
She dressed up like your dead father. Best friend, let's go do something. Dressed up like your dead father and did a dance. Best friend. I'm not saying you couldn't get to that point, but unrealistically, you shouldn't get to that point, and she's had no character development. It's just, we're friends now. Sick.
Yeah, Chucky's killing people, so let's team up, yeah. Safe.
You can tell they're trying to do. They're like, "Oh, but her parents, she gets some. Her mum's a bitch, but it don't matter. It don't matter, does it? I don't care if her mum's a bitch or not. You've presented this character as a fucking, I don't,
What was the words back? But I don't know. I know I keep dragging on it, but she dressed up like his deceased dad.
How can you redeem yourself after that? Like, no one forced you to do it. It was your own idea. Someone records that you're doing it in front of people. You're clearly doing it to hurt the guy. Like,
acting like you're being electrocuted. The way his dad died.
Lexi's parents get a new Chucky doll, but it's called Tommy. It's a nice little callback to part 2. I did like that, but still, I don't know whereabouts he got it from. I guess he got it online, maybe. I don't know.
He got it fast. That's all I know.
Oh, he got it really fast, yeah.
I thought he was going to say, "Oh yeah, some lady with blonde hair and an airy voice gave it to me." I thought they were going to go that direction. No.
Yeah, no.
FedEx, CP, whatever America uses.
Jeff Bezos just hand delivered it to her. Don't worry about it.
So yeah, skipping ahead because most of the shit was boring. Eventually Lexi gets Chucky inside of the fucking, what do the Americans call it? Trash can, yeah. And she's holding him there, and the other two come on the bike, don't they? And then they start like kicking his ass. That's what Jake says. We're gonna go and kick his ass, basically.
Yeah.
I hate these kids. These fucking kids.
So yeah, they break apart the Chucky doll. But a thing I had mentioned is before, after Lexi's dad gets the new doll, we see Chucky inside the window, don't we? And it cuts away. And then Nathan called it straight away. Nathan's like, I think they've swapped the bodies or whatever, which does end up being the case.
They did it smarter than I thought they were going to do, because I thought like he took his skin off, broke off his arm, put his arm on, put his new... No, their way was much more convenient than mine.
Yeah. The classic spell transferring.
Yeah. I love how Chucky just drops down after he's done it, and he's just,
What did he say? That he looked like a grilled cheese sandwich or some shit.
Yeah, no one's gonna love you.
Oh, it's kind of sad, like when he's out of the window and it's raining and he looks.
Yeah, he's got his hand on the window.
It's like, oh, darling baby, no.
So we go back to the 80s again, and then we actually meet the real Tiffany this time, don't we?
Right.
They take her back to the hotel room, and the twist is Chucky ends up killing the girl from before who we thought was Tiffany. And then this just felt forced to me. She goes, "Oh, you should call yourself Chucky," and he's like, "Oh, you should dye your hair blonde." It's like, you just made it.
Might as well pulled out a picture. So you need to work on this. This could use a bit of work. This is fact.
It's like soon as obviously they killed the blonde girl together, and then soon as Tiffany had to go on stabbing, like her voice just changed to the airy, whiny voice through that.
Yeah, Jennifer Tillis, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bit. Yeah, it's just a bit. It was a bit. Don't get me wrong. It's the kind of story we wanted from the start.
Yeah, exactly. What, this is episode 5. We should have had this from the second episode. Like, what the fuck?
Third.
Third at the most.
Yeah, like it's the fact that the last 5 to 7 minutes of this episode, I feel like, has progressed the story more than like the past 2 or 3 episodes have.
But before we get to that point, remember Junior's mum, she has a fucking secret, doesn't she? We find out she has stage 4 cancer, and the way she went about this throughout the series, that is not how you act. You'd be more emotional. You'd just come out and tell someone. You won't be like sneaking around like you're going like on an affair or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
like people are pretty much openly accusing you of fucking sucking somebody else off, being an adulterer, and in fact you've got quite a severe illness that you shouldn't have a problem with telling people.
That was very Old Testament of you, who've been around sucking.
Like someone lost a son, like wouldn't that give you enough encouragement to like tell your own son, oh, you know, I might not be here, you know, I might die, you know, but no, let's just sneak around.
In the embodiment of like death that's all around him at the moment, you think now be like the good time, like, listen, speaking of all this murder, I might not be here to see the end of the story. No, just I've been cheating.
I think she was going to mention it to Jake's uncle, weren't she? But Jake's uncle's all hopped up on this fucking running bullshit with Junior.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. Which is just another force. Like the writing in this, man. I can tell, like, you know, you're not supposed to like Lexi, but it just seems like it's lazy. I think it's lazy.
The forcing character development, and I feel like it's spread so thin, and they're just kind of pushing the whole Jake's uncle's trying to live his ideal future through fucking his son.
Even calling him Junior and all that. It's just like...
He said something dumb as well. When she's trying to talk to Jake's uncle, she says, I think it's a bad idea to have another son in the house. And the only way I can think of that is she was trying to lead that into, yo, I'm suffering. That doesn't seem like a solid segue.
It really doesn't. And it was her idea to bring Jake there in the first place. And now she's like, maybe it's not a good idea to have another one. It's like, what the fuck?
This doesn't make sense, and it's got bad scenes.
But let's get to the final good point. Nika and Tiffany, remember those characters that we're watching it for? They're finally back. Finally.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful.
So yeah, they're like, I think they're recreating the night they met, I guess, aren't they? Because they're even on the same bed, aren't they?
I think that's just meant to be a fun little thing. I don't think it's meant to be recreated.
But I mean, they did have the guy on the chair as well, sort of like Charles was in a way. But yeah, they got someone tied up, and another dead body's on the floor. And he started arguing, which I liked about Tiffany's mum. It's saying like dialogue we're getting like Bride and Seed and everything else like that.
Yeah, it was good. It felt like Chucky.
Yeah, 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
We get a cool twist, don't we? At Nika, she gets slapped by the guy, doesn't she? And that's what forces her to go back to herself. And you know, I guess that's all right. Obviously, they're going to get more into that later on, but.
The initial change though comes from she sees a knife with blood on it.
Oh yeah,
that's the bit that confuses.
Yeah.
That's what confuses me, because like, if Chucky's in control, I'm sure she's possessed.
Chucky's hit, yeah.
The possessed would have seen a bloody knife since the hospital. I'm doubtful this is the first kill since then, considering there is literally a body on the floor.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's all right. We got Chucky. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm just hoping. Obviously, they confirm, like you said, they confirm the same thing as what's in Cult, which is obviously multiple Chuckies. One in Nika and now one in the Tommy doll. Is it Tommy?
Yeah, Tommy. Also, last episode, didn't he tease it when Junior was... Remember, he was like unconscious a little bit and he saw a Chucky doll running out the doorway, didn't he? But maybe that, I don't know. But yeah, I think there will be multiple dolls revealed to be a fucking thing, yeah. Then we get to the final thing as well, don't we, at the school, which was alright. The kid, they're in a meeting, aren't they? Lexi's mum's on the stage. And then they call out the head teacher and a fucking head comes rolling out of the curtain.
Amazing. Amazing.
Bodies on the chair, decapitated, giving it the old double thumbs.
Yeah.
Mint ending. actually made me want to watch the show because I was full on ready to give up at 20 minutes in on this.
Oh yeah, definitely. That redeemed it from there at that point. But like we said, it took us 5 episodes to get to this point, man. You should have done this way too soon. It's fucking they dragged it out too much.
Yeah. They could have.
And now what? There's 3 episodes left or something like that.
But it's just like I feel like they've tried to squeeze too much. Like they stretched it very thin. Like what is there, 8 episodes? I feel like if they just made it say 6 and put more Chucky into it, like I feel like everyone would be a lot happier with that. Where I feel like 2-3 episodes have just been character building for characters we don't care about.
And it's not even good character. It's not even good writing. No. It's just.
Jamie.
What?
Have you heard about Westworld?
Oh yeah.
Junior can fuck off this episode. He is just there just to make a situation awkward. He did not need to be in this episode whatsoever.
But where do you think maybe the settings obviously the setting somewhat up, but what if Junior ends up being like with Chucky? You know what I mean?
Oh, do you mean like
how we wanted Jake to be?
Like the Sinister 2 route, like secretly wanted the other kid.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he didn't secretly, maybe just ends up, because he sees Junior's pissed off and maybe Junior starts getting jealous of Lexi dangling around with him and shit. I don't know.
Why would he be jealous?
Yeah,
I don't know. She literally told him. She told him what was out and he's like, fine, make something up.
Yeah. Jake's in a relationship with Devon. Why is he bothered what's happening with Lexi?
We kind of brushed over that, but pretty much the basic synopsis of it is they held hands, and then after stomping the old Chucky doll to death, they ride away into a very scenic area where they do kiss.
And then holding hands at the end of the episode. His mum notices as well, doesn't she? She looks over and she sees.
Just saying, she's got good eyes considering the sat near the fucking back.
Amazing she can't see the crumbling relationship between herself and her son.
So yeah, I mean, this ending, it's like you said, Nathan, it's got me hyped a little bit for the future, but it's the fact it took us 5 episodes to get here.
It is good, but it's good, bad, good, bad, good. When it's good, big ups, big lows though.
Sure. I don't even know what I rate this episode. I guess I'd give it a 6.
5. Neutral grounds.
I'd say out of a 40-minute episode, maybe 10 minutes of it was good and memorable. I'm going to give it a 4.
Make sure you check out Nathan and Luke's social links down below. Click like and subscribe if you're new. And then next week, episode 6. Let's hope. Maybe we'll get Andy next week. Who knows? I don't know.
Maybe.
Until next time, peace out in a bit.